Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 3 de Martha is Dead. Ontem mergulhamos mais na mente de Julia, percebendo a grande mistura de realidade e ficção, sem que ela nem saiba ao certo o que fez ou deixou de fazer, se os seus sonhos são só pesadelos ou se seriam recordações. Prova de que seu estado psíquico é periclitante é que, como as fotos tiradas no lago não revelaram nada de novidade nem de esclarecedor, a grande ideia dela agora é falar com a dama de branco do lago, aquela da história que a babá era obrigada a contar para a criança Julia nos tempos da infância. Paramos no despertar no dia do enterro da Marta.
I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her away.
O último adeus.
No, my bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
Tudo sumiu?
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right.
Ela não está aí, então? Ela levou o tiro e ainda não se recuperou, é isso?
The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest. Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods. Otherwise,
She would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this, it's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, doctor, for everything. Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
You know, with all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much. Maybe too much.
O inventário não abre ainda. Assim, ela está sem a bolsa.
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola, and once again General K's family has come under fire. Now it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger. The blow from the gunshot in her back could have killed her. It is only by the grace of God that the girl is alive. The anti-fascist political motive appears to be the only reason behind the cowardly act. The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly.
She leaves them everywhere. I think she's having too many and too often.
Será que pelo próprio quarto que eu não procurei direito? Então todo aquele sangue que ela viu na cama não era do pesadelo dela, era do
Looks
tipo.
like Mother has been here all night with me. Or rather, with Martha. She even left her medication behind. She can't live without that now.
Aqui a roupa manchada de sangue. Não, o cobertor que a mãe usou. É estranho. Parece que sim.
There's my bag. Thank God. Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there. July 19th. I retrieved the cameras at the lake, but I had convinced myself that I was the one who had hurt Martha. So much so that when I had the rolls with me on the way home, I found myself in another horrible dream. I don't even remember going to sleep. As soon as I woke up, I developed the film. The photos confirmed to me that my memory of that night was correct. It was a great relief. I have decided to go back to the lake in an attempt to communicate with the White Lady. I know it's a crazy thought, but I can't get it out of my head. I need to know what happened to Martha, so I must pursue every possible avenue, even the path of insanity.
19 de julho. Peguei as câmeras do lago, mas estava convencida de que tinha matado a Marta. Tanto que, enquanto eu levava os rolos para casa, tive outro pesadelo. E eu nem lembro de ter dormido. Assim que acordei, revelei o filme. As fotos confirmaram que a minha lembrança daquela noite estava correta. Foi um grande alívio. Decidi voltar ao lago para tentar me comunicar com a mulher de branco. Eu sei que é maluquice, mas não consigo parar de pensar nisso. Tenho que saber o que aconteceu com a Marta, então preciso seguir todos os caminhos, até os da insanidade. Confere com o nosso resumo. Cartas de tarô, não? O que é isso aqui?
Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you. Even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934. He knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
O amigo Lapo morreu, daí ela foi atingida por um tiro também. Mas como que eles estão conversando como se o tiro tivesse sido ontem e ela já está em pé e pronta para ir para o enterro? Objetivos. Número 6934. Da mensagem do Lapo. Não se preocupe, mas se as coisas desandarem, lembre-se deste número. 6934. Requisitos: use esse número. Seria um número de telefone? Uma combinação? Já deu uma ideia de ser número de telefone, né? O último adeus. Quero ficar sozinha com minha irmã pela última vez. Despeça-se da sua irmã. Minhas coisas. Devem ter colocado nas minhas coisas em algum lugar. Tenho que achar a carta do Lapo e me aprontar para o funeral. Tudo isso já foi feito aqui. A mulher de branco, o espírito da mulher de branco mora no lago. A babá sempre me contava a história dela antes de dormir. Será que tinha alguma verdade naquela história? As cartas de tarô ela já leu ontem. O jornal, ela deve descer e ler o jornal de hoje. Vamos primeiro telefonar 6934, já que tem um telefone aqui no caminho, não. Cadeado. E por que o inventário ainda está com o ponto de exclamação? Ah, porque ela não jogou cartas de tarô hoje. Uma adivinhação por dia. A lua. A imperatriz. A suma
I have to see
sacerdotisa.
beyond appearances. There are those who betray me and speak ill of me, but someone will know how to give me the right advice.
Fechar só uma previsão por dia. Ver além das aparências, porque vai aparecer alguém que dará um bom conselho. Ah, e ela ainda também precisa achar o chaveiro rosa com a chave do antigo quarto dela, de infância. Ler o jornal.
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of Julia Kay, today her twin sister is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl, found by the German troops, is no cause for concern. The political motive behind this is becoming all the more clear. But that's not what happened. It's all wrong. Mummy was the one who found me. The German soldiers shot me. Best to stay quiet. No one ever believes the truth.
É melhor ela ficar quieta, até porque ela está fingindo ser surda, né? E a Marta era surda e não se comunicava por voz também. Não que fosse muda, mas de certo não acostumou, não aprendeu.
New ordinance ban on the use of bicycles. Over the last few days, cyclists have once again shot at members of the Italian armed forces and at civilians in the streets. The offenders will be punished in accordance with German martial law. Even in Florence, the war is beginning to be felt. Supplies are starting to run out. Bread may only last a few more days. Prices are rising dramatically. Meat can now be found for 100 to 140 lira per kilo. The gas has been cut and there is no coal. The Battle of Tuscany. German operations in the Livorno area. Extremely violent fighting in the streets of the city. I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
E a irmã já foi.
Hello? Mum? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What? Hello? Oh, my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh, my God. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died. We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny. Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
Que pena, a babá morreu. Agora eu posso fazer a ligação 6934, então.
You've called this number. Damn, Lapo must be dead then. Rest in peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am due...
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo wanted you to complete his work. A telephone cable near the house of German General Erich K. has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. We won't use this number anymore. It's dangerous. Use a telegraph. That will be safer. I hope you know how to use them. Otherwise you'll have to come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland. Long live the liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and become a spy? I don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys? If I can save someone's life, maybe I should try. Or maybe I can talk to Daddy about it. He may be able to advise me on what to do. Don't even know the first thing about all this. What were you thinking, Lapo?
Ajudar os guerrilheiros ou revelar o plano ao pai?
To cut the cable, I will need sharp scissors. Tailor scissors should be fine.
Ela já tem uma tesoura. E agora tem uma missão nova que é o cabo de telefone.
Now I know what must be done to meet the lady. Nanny has explained everything to me. I must try to meet her early in the morning when it is foggy, or all will have been in vain. That's what the legend says. This is what I need to do. 1. I must reinvoke her loss by putting her into contact with her lover. To do this, Nanny said to look for his grave in the woods, but there are so many. Daddy always said that infrared photos can see what the naked eye cannot. Maybe then they also see ghosts. There wouldn't be anything strange about that now, considering I'm trying to contact one after all. How crazy. 2. A part of me needs to enter her world. A lock of hair would work, so I'll need scissors to cut some off. 3. I will need an object that connects her world to mine. I don't know what to do for this yet. Hopefully something will come to mind when I least expect it. 4. To communicate with her, I will need to use my tarot cards. I will meet with the lady on the island where her lover was executed.
Agora eu sei o que tenho que fazer para encontrar a mulher. A babá me explicou tudo. Vou tentar encontrá-la de manhãzinha quando baixar o nevoeiro. Senão, será tudo em vão. É o que a lenda diz. Tenho que fazer o seguinte. 1. Para invocá-la, tenho que colocá-la em contato com seu amado. Para isso, a babá disse para procurar a sepultura dele na floresta. Mas tem tantas. Papai disse que as fotos infravermelhas viam coisas que os olhos não viam. Talvez vejam até fantasmas. Isso não seria nada estranho para mim, até porque eu estou mesmo tentando contactar um fantasma. Que loucura! 2. Uma parte de mim deve entrar no mundo dela. Uma mecha de cabelo pode funcionar, então preciso de tesoura para cortar. 3. Vou precisar de um objeto que ligue o mundo dela ao meu. Ainda não sei o que fazer, mas acredito que pensarei em algo quando menos esperar. 4. Para me comunicar com ela, preciso usar cartas de tarô. Vou encontrar a mulher na ilha onde seu amado foi executado. Objetivos atualizados. O telefone. Agora você pode usar o telefone para fazer ligações. Comando alemão 1185, armarinho 6987, doutor 6593, Dom Atílio 6938, polícia 6978. O cabo de comunicação. Pediram-me para cortar um cabo telefônico e relatar a posição de qualquer veículo alemão. Achar a tesoura já foi encontrada, ache o poste telefônico e corte o fio. Olhe no mapa. A mulher de branco. Requisitos. O amante, meu objeto pessoal, e tem que haver nevoeiro. É essencial. Meu objeto pessoal, vou precisar algo que ligue o mundo dela, o meu e o dela. O amante, deve haver nevoeiro, precisa o tripé para a máquina. Para tirar fotos infravermelhas, preciso de filme infravermelho, que eu já tenho. O tripé que eu usei para tirar o meu autorretrato vai servir. Então é só coletar as coisas.
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives.
Levaram daqui para a capela da propriedade. Então é isso. O corvo abandonou o passarinho morto.
Poor little one. He's dead. Poor little guy. His place is by Martha's side. Nanny always calls me Little Sparrow. This is the part of me that died with Martha. It'll be safe next to her. Here, Martha. This is my heart. Carry it with you. I'm starting to understand how painful your condition must have been. Not being able to properly communicate with anyone is becoming increasingly difficult. I envied you, but I did not see your suffering. I did not understand your courage. I miss you so much, Martha. I'm not worthy to dress in your clothes. Commune of San Casciano, Province of Florence. Death certificate. From the Register of Death Certificates of this commune, number 174, part 3, series 12 of the year 1944. It is certified that on the day of the 16th of July of the year 1944, Julia K. has died, resident of Villa Perchabaya, born in La Romola. On the 26th of February 1923, the daughter of General Erich K. and Irene K. Don Attilio D. will give the funeral, and the esteemed Mr. Alberto M., who will look after the burial in the cemetery of La Romola. Telephone number 6537. The Official State Civil Service. General Galeazzo T.
E o de se despedir da irmã está esgotado? Ah, aqui o mapa está marcando o cabo de comunicação, isso. Já baixou na lista. Ah, nesse daqui que ela vai subir, então. Vai para casa.
A German tank! I have to report its location via the telegraph hidden near the cowshed. Daddy probably asked for a garrison after all that has happened. I should report its location via telegraph. This wire heads towards the house and then keeps going, so it must be the right one. Now all that remains is to go to the telegraph near the barns.
Aqui, perto do estábulo. Não, aqui o tripé.
A tripod is necessary to take photos with long exposures.
Ah, aqui é a
I
adega.
have found what I need to take infrared photos.
Que a porta ficava fechada para entrar aqui, agora está aberto. E o estábulo é aqui nos fundos, né?
That raven is making a big fuss.
O corvo. Vai ter um objetivo com o corvo também agora.
The telegraph must be hidden in one of these feed bins. have to start every message with the code word. I saw the tank on the road, and the road is near the house. I guess I have to communicate something like that.
Cidade. Em chamas. Tanque. Estrada perto de casa. Câmbio e desligo.
I'll add over at the end to make it clear that I have finished.
Eu coloquei. Ah, não é para colocar câmbio, é para colocar... Não é para colocar câmbio e desliga, é para colocar câmbio. Pressão breve para enviar um ponto. Mantenha pressionado por um tempo para evitar um... Ah, e eu tenho que fazer ponto e traço. Segura é traço.
Damn it. I got the length of the sound wrong.
Como
I'll
errei
try
o
this
tamanho
word
do
again
som?
from the
Pus
beginning.
direitinho. Selecione as palavras para decifrar a mensagem recebida. Sei lá, vou selecionar qualquer coisa. Como é que eu vou saber o que me mandaram nessa mensagem? Ele me dá 3 pontos, um traço, um ponto. E quer que eu adivinhe o que é isso, se eu soubesse código Morse.
They are asking me to find a map of the defensive line. There is one in my father's study.
Tenho que tirar uma foto do mapa escritório de papai e levá-la ao lugar combinado. Fotografe o mapa. Ficou para trás mesmo.
Maybe it's the same raven that killed that poor sparrow. I hate bullying, yet it seemed as if the raven wanted to bring the little bird back to life.
Ah, tá aqui. Vai sair de novo lá na casa do lobo mau. Cadê? Ah, tá ali. Pano vermelho.
Dress? It's made from the same fabric I found a shred of next to the lake. In fact, it is torn. It must be my mother's. My goodness. I started to suspect that Mummy could have been involved in Martha's murder. Lost in these thoughts, hours passed, and I completely forgot about the funeral. When I realized it was evening, they were already carrying the coffin towards the cemetery. She never loved me, I knew that well. But I would never have believed that, had it been her. I struggled to believe it, but it made so much sense. At the lake, she must have thought Martha was me because she was convinced that I was dead.
Agora a mamãe é suspeita da morte. Também.
When the funeral ended, I felt an irresistible urge to play. I loved music. I started playing without thinking about the possible consequences. I didn't care anymore. I needed to feel alive, to exist again.
Música desativada por estar no modo streamer. Nada de ter a live cortada.
What's going on here? Julia? Is that you? No, it's not possible. Martha's never played. She's deaf, yet... No. This is madness. My God. So, Martha? I understand now. You can get all of the attention, right? You were jealous, weren't you? Because she was a wonderful girl and you're just a useless little slut. How did you manage to convince her? I get it now. But she talked to me. No, it doesn't make sense. I will have you locked up in an asylum. You hear? That's enough. You will pay for what you've done, you cursed lunatic. They will torture you to reveal the monsters in your head.
Her words were as sharp as blades. I tried to tell her that it wasn't me. I showed her the photos I developed that proved my innocence. But she grew all the more angry, calling me crazy, and then she began to hit me with everything she had at hand. I closed my eyes as more darkness began to take over in me. Memories came flooding back. Not memories of actual past events, but more so of feelings. Feelings I had when I was little. They were scary. They were the fears of a little girl. Despite what had happened, I went walking in the woods early the next morning to meet the lady. The evening before, my father had tried desperately to console me.
Talk to me, Julia. You know I love you. I just want to understand what happened. I am happy you are alive. Even if we have lost Martha, your mother was just in shock. She didn't want to hurt you.
Novo capítulo, a mulher 5 dias após a morte da Marta, 5 horas da manhã, 6 horas da manhã. Então hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.